One peaceful weekend morning, Diep and Nhi woke up like every other day, brushed their teeth, washed their faces, and then eagerly went to collect chicken eggs to sell at the market. No one expected that while the mother and daughter were busy at the market. At home, there were two unexpected visitors, a neighborhood policeman and a strange woman. Nhi's biological grandmother, unable to meet Diep and Nhi. They made an appointment to come back that evening. Diep and Nhi sold all their goods and returned home happily. Completely unaware of what was about to happen, the mother and daughter played carefree in the yard, washed vegetables and cooked rice like every other day, unaware of a turbulent evening waiting ahead. On weekends, as usual, Diep and Nhi woke up early. Mother and daughter brushed their teeth and washed their faces together. Then Diep went to the garden to raise chickens and collect eggs. Nhi happily prepared to go to the market with her mother. On the way, mother and daughter chatted happily all the way. At the market, Diep put out eggs for sale. Nhi quickly helped her mother invite customers. Many customers came. The eggs gradually decreased until they were all sold out. The mother and daughter happily packed up their things and returned home with a relieved mood. But Diep and Nhi did not know that while they were busy at the market, two unexpected guests came to their house. One was a policeman from the neighborhood. The other was a woman with a heavy build and deep eyes. The two stood in front of the gate, looking around, and when they saw the door was locked, they turned to look at each other. Nhi's grandmother was sitting on a chair with the neighborhood policeman, sighing and looking around the house. The air was silent, only the rustling of the wind could be heard. Suddenly, the phone in her pocket vibrated. She was startled and quickly took it out to answer. The man's voice on the other end of the line rang out. Low but somewhat urgent. Ma'am, this matter must be kept secret. I will send you 100 million. But you absolutely must keep it a secret. And not let anyone know. Remember, absolutely do not let it out. She paused, clutching the phone tightly in her hand. The neighborhood policeman sitting next to her, listening vaguely, frowned. Sir, please don't worry. I know what to do. But will it be okay? Don't worry, just do as I say. When you see Diep, say exactly as I told you. I'll take care of the rest. After saying that, the other end of the line hung up. She slowly put the phone down. Her eyes were pensive, as if she was struggling with something in her heart. The police officer looked at her and asked softly, Madam, what's the matter? Your voice sounded very tense. She forced a smile, her voice reassuring. It's nothing. Uncle, I just haven't seen you in a long time. I'm just emotional. I'll come back tonight. Having said that, she stood up, lightly dusted her clothes. Before leaving, she turned her head to look at the house one more time. Her eyes both pitiful and a little hesitant, as if she was hiding a big secret. That afternoon, Diep and Nhi returned home, opened the door and walked in, completely unaware that someone had just come looking for them. Mother and daughter were as carefree as ever. Nhi ran out to the yard to play with the chicks, while Diep picked vegetables to prepare dinner. The smell of cooked rice spread throughout the small house, creating a warm, peaceful feeling. Diep smiled as she watched her daughter laughing and playing in the yard. Little did she know that an evening full of surprises awaited them, when Nhi's grandmother and the neighborhood policeman would return, bringing with them a story that would change their lives forever. After dinner, Diep and Nhi cleaned up the dishes together. Nhi quickly carried the water basin out to the yard, splashing the cool water onto her feet. Giggling, Diep looked at her daughter and couldn't help but smile. The tiredness of a day's work also disappeared. It was getting dark. Mother and daughter sat on the table in the yard, picking beans for tomorrow's meal. Nhi chattered about school while working, including how her teacher praised her for her beautiful handwriting. Diep listened attentively, occasionally nodding, feeling strangely peaceful. When she finished, Diep made a cup of warm water for both mother and daughter. The two of them sat with their backs against the porch pillar, looking up at the starry sky. Nhi innocently pointed to the sky. "Mom, that star is so big. I wish I could be by your side like this every day." Hearing her daughter speak, Diep gently hugged Nhi, her voice gentle. "As long as you are good, I will always be here with you." That moment made Diep feel strangely happy. She had no idea that this peace would only last for one more night. Because tomorrow, unexpected guests would return, bringing with them a story that could completely disrupt the lives of mother and daughter. The next morning, as soon as the sun rose, Diep woke up early to feed the chickens and prepare breakfast for the mother and child. Nhi was still sleepy, rubbing her eyes and tottering out onto the porch to bask in the sun. Breakfast went on as usual, peaceful and happy, but as soon as Diep finished setting the tray, suddenly there was a call outside the gate. "Miss Diep, are you home?" Diep walked out and saw the neighborhood policeman waiting. Seeing her, he smiled gently. "Hello, I have something to tell you. Yesterday, someone else and I stopped by your house but didn't see you. You must have gone to the market at that time, right?" Diep nodded. "Yes, I went to the market early yesterday and only came home after selling. Is there anything wrong, uncle?" The policeman spoke slowly and sternly. "The person who accompanied me yesterday was Nyi's grandmother. She came from far away and wanted to see her grandchild. She couldn't see me last night, so she asked me to tell her that she would come back today." Hearing this, Diep was stunned. Nhi stood behind her mother, eyes wide open. "My grandmother?" Before Diep could answer, mixed emotions arose in her heart: surprise, worry, and confusion. For all these years, Diep had raised Nhi alone. She never thought that one day Nyi's family would come looking for her. The policeman smiled reassuringly. "Don't worry. She just wants to see me. She will come over this evening. Be prepared." After saying that, he left. Diep stood silently at the gate for a long time, a series of thoughts appearing in her head. Nyi's grandmother really came? What do they want? Will they take Nhi away? Nhi looked up at her mother, worried. "Mom, will she take me away?" Diep quickly bent down to hug her child. "No, baby, mommy is here. Don't be afraid." But deep down, Diep still felt her heart pounding, sensing that something was about to change the lives of mother and child.